There was a time when odd attractions were a must on a road trip. The world's largest road runner in Texas, the largest ball of twine in Kansas. But thousands still go way out of their way here in the California desert, 2.5 hours from San Diego, just to see Salvation Mountain near Slab City. And when you see Leonard Knight's lifelong project, you'll understand why. Slab City, just east of the Salton Sea, is referred to as the last free place in America. But what brings most people to Slab City, either just passing through or those who decide to stay, is the spectacle of Salvation Mountain. It started as one man's tribute to his faith, but it's now become kind of a mecca for fans of the cult film Into the Wild.
You really believe in love, then?
Yeah, totally. And this is a love story that is staggering to everybody in the whole world.
Salvation Mountain founder Leonard Knight is featured in that film. He spent 28 years creating a piece of art 3 stories high out of a small hill covered entirely in adobe, paint, and adorned with Bible verses. Art right smack in the middle of the desert with nothing else around for miles. Leonard retired, but his project continues, and this mountain in the middle of nowhere draws thousands.
I like the way that it speaks to everybody to the point where they are at in their spiritual life.
Salvation Mountain and Leonard's inspiration spoke recently to Lucinda.
This was driven all the way from Ohio.
After watching Into the Wild, Lucinda and her husband sold everything. They packed a van and headed west to become site managers for Salvation Mountain. They live in a small trailer with solar panels that provide minimal electricity.
And you've only got so much power, so you have to be really, really frugal on what you're using.
Lucinda doesn't miss the small luxuries of life and has no regrets about the move.
If you come here and you don't believe the message that's printed on the side of the mountain, just knowing that somebody gave 28 years of their life and was so dedicated to get that message out there, that was important. I mean, that's phenomenal.
Leonard Knight retired back in 2011 and now lives in El Cajon, but the love for Salvation Mountain is stronger than ever with ongoing additions and restoration projects. In fact, volunteers were there last week preparing for Leonard's 82nd birthday, and Leonard was there Sunday to celebrate at the place he loves most, Salvation Mountain.